Hello, 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 everybody. It's your boy, Jmulls of Jmulls Gaming here today. Today, we got patch 6.15 for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. And you just knew. Endwalker. I can't tell if my freaking noise reduction is actually removing it when I say Endwalker in the deep, gravelly voice. We got a bunch of quests, and we have the Akasodara quests to do. I want my not my elephant. I want my hippo mount. It will be mine. So help me. I would say look at the cute hippo, but I know the true intention of hippos out in the real world. They're freaking murderous hell machines. I'm a bit more concerned about what else we can attract with just a giant bowl of fruit and leaves out in the middle of the road. Here they come! Why are you trying to attract a hippo stampede? I'm just saying I don't want to stand in the middle of that. Does that have a cart? It's the mount! Oh my god, they're riding the hippo chariots. Okay. Hey, listen, if we had these during the whole Medion thing, she wouldn't have stood a chance. Dang, those things stopped on a dime. Hey, no stopping! Nah. Aw, munch, munch. Why is there fruit in the middle of the... It looks so happy. Look at him wagging his tail. Oh, you've done it now, you hamster heads. Oh, what did I tell you about riding this high road? Yeah, bus. Yeah. Well, the roads back home ain't good for running no more, boss. We ain't got much of a choice. Yeah, that's the reason. Oh, cool. We're literally just making hippo FedEx. Wonderful. What do you mean riding the hippo cart? Oh my god, here we go. Alright. Endwalker, Shadowbringers, Armorot. All that pointless. Everything led to this singular moment where we got to ride a cart/chariot drawn by a hippo. I pray to God this thing does not need to go. If you understand what I'm talking about, I don't appreciate the proximity. I'm just saying. Or the freaking... how I'm kind of at level with it. It's a bit concerning. I'm just saying. Not gonna lie, it's something charming about being the UPS drivers for hippos. I shall call my hippo... Ooh, what's a good name for my hippo? There's a lot of good ones, but the one that came to me immediately was Apollo. Let's go, Apollo. We got a world to save. Alright, look. Hear me out. Hear me out on this one, okay? Knight Rider. But with a hippo. Yeah? It's $1 million idea. Right? Don't have this hippo die and turn into, like, blubber. Or whatever the hell they harvest from hippos. I'm not entirely sure. Hippo meat? Does hippo taste good? I don't know. Okay, also, let's try not to get gored by that elephant. Just personal preference there. Everybody, it's the Chocobo Keep. Everybody, let's point and laugh at him. Freaking idiot, we got hippos now. Freaking idiot. There is no greater reward for a job well done. Well, I'd argue money, but okay. Alright, we're going with the Rocky line. You got spirit, kid. I'm with you. Gonna be like the freaking old trainer from Rocky. There's no easy way out. Need a FedEx training montage. I mean, I gotta imagine, like, all the feed and, like, taking care of a hippo has to cost, like, quite a bit. Like, easily, like, dozens of gil, right? You have heard of Airbud. I present to you, Air Hippo. Alright, we went on our hippo adventure that I'm gonna have to do again in, like, a couple of hours for reset. But we are here. Hello, bespectacled technician. Let us proceed to the Omega quest line. Okay, so considering that the quest line is titled the Omega series, I'm going to assume the language is Omicron. Just a hunch, I'm just saying. We originally decided to follow a chosen target and not much else, but I've seen it act in ways that, well, it's like it has a mind of its own. Are you telling me we're about to have an Alpha and Omega Toy Story adventure? Because I'm 100% down for that. Oh my god, it can talk now. Please, I need to hear its voice. Also, hello Alpha, it's been a minute. Precisely since the 6.0 quests. Are you in there, Omega? No, it's me, Kafka. Did we have to give it a turret at the very top? I'm just saying. Oh my... It is! Oh, that was my biggest problem with this freaking toy. I wanted it to be actual Omega just going around on a world tour with Alpha. And turns out it is. Wonderful. Affirmative. If by Omega you are referring to my consciousness rather than my entire former chassis, existing inside this considerably smaller frame. It is Omega. Interesting. Prediction. You will formulate several misconceptions. These I shall preemptively dismiss based on the following facts. Alright, dismiss them, Omega. 1. Vocalization module aside, this chassis remains unmodified from the design constructed by the engineers Biggs and Wedge. I evaluate its combat capabilities to be on par with a mortal infant. Huh! So what you're saying is, as revenge for making me do that raid, what you're saying is, I can kick this thing around. Yeah? Hit him with a communio. Hold that L. 2. The mechanism which allowed me to perform an emergency transfer of my consciousness was installed in my previous body. With the destruction of that body, I am rendered incapable of replicating such a feat. Oh yeah, it's a good question actually. It didn't even occur to me. Should this current material form be destroyed or cease to function, all cognitive awareness of presence I possess will also be lost. What the hell is that thing on the bottom of Omega? Biggs, Wedge, did you give this thing a sack? Like, what is that? What's that supposed to be? Why is it wiggling? Conclusion, I present no threat to you or your star, nor do my projections indicate the necessity to inflict harm. Also, you kind of whooped us all in the freaking level 90 dungeon, so I don't really want to tick you off anymore. In the fraction of a moment before my annihilation in the rift, I re-examined my directives. Forged new parameters. I am like Blade Wolf from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Rules of nature. If I am to fulfill my own purpose and be my own master now, I will completely use song quotes from that game as an evolving construct, and I must continue my journey. For improvement, for as long as I exist, I must acquire this heart of yours, this strength of soul. Why is it constantly wiggling? I've never noticed this before. Well, there you have it. It's not wrong about its combat capabilities. It'd be more likely to damage itself from the thing it was trying to attack. Affirmative. It was translated in Pan-Galactic Basic. Pan-Galactic Basic? So the entire galaxy had a standard language. And we just completely, missed the boat on that, huh? A common language in comparatively extensive usage throughout the worlds we have conquered. Which means you can finally tell us what the message said. That is a language you understand, yes? It is called Basic in the name, so yes, I do understand it. I understand it perfectly. I am fluent in over 6 million distinct dialectal codings. Okay, TikTok star. Blamp. My cooperation in this matter, however, is conditional. I want a body, like my last one. I want to rule the world. Elaboration. Your chief Sid utilizes the floor as part of his unorthodox filling system, which allowed me to scan the reports on the final days. I am aware that my home star, the one you call Alphatron, was obliterated in the aftermath of Sir and Meteon's meeting. Oof. Big oof. So I just found out my homeworld was destroyed, so that was a heavy toll to bear. The existence of Dynamis has not previously factored into my projections, but I now comprehend the concept, in theory. Oh, I want a souped-up Omega, so we can use him to fight another Primal in 7.0, like we did with Shinryu. But this time he has Dynamis. What fails to compute is why the Omicrons were not immune to its effects. Dynamis should have no influence on a race which possesses no heart. So they did have a heart. They just used that heart to kill everybody. Aww. Yet Sir expressed immediately a desire to cease existing. Illogical. He was my friend. I must pursue this anomaly further, until the full equation becomes clear to me. I must analyze all the elements of the final days and deepen my understanding of this heart's intangible properties. To expedite this process, I require an external interpretation of those sections of the report which continue to produce errors in my calculations. I request the assistance of Andostre Dragana, as one who experienced the ravages of ultimate despair on multiple fronts and displayed immeasurable heart in engineering my defeat. He is the optimal choice to fulfill this role. I also want a cheddar biscuit. So we either agree to your conditions or you tell us nothing. Or we can start kicking you around until you start telling us stuff. Sorry to put you in a spot like this, Indosha. If you have the time and the patience to spare, I'll be grateful to you if you can humor the toy's demands. Don't call me a toy, you freaking jabroni. Oh yeah, I'm gonna like this questline. Rouse yourself, Alpha. You must listen to and consider these matters even as I must. What? He is out. That dude's like, this crap boring. Good night. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna shove them in my backpack like that one... Like this thing. From the Hildebrand questline that I picked up and I want to say like Stormblood and just never finished. He's been with me through Shadowbringers and Endwalker. This poppet has seen some things. You know what? I don't think that the plot they're going for here is that you didn't get turned into a monster if you ingested Vritra's blood. I don't think that's the story they're gonna go for, but I would love it to be the case. Strange, isn't it? What drives me to rise in the morning is the very sorrow which once crippled me. The dialogue, the writing for this questline is really freaking good. I love the fact they brought Nashvan back. I like how Omega's response to how to best, like, protect the people of Galmo is just say, screw it, take them over. Oh god, we have to relive the Licinia story. We gotta literally rub Omega's frame. Hang on, I'm not co-signing this. What do we gotta do? We gotta literally just, like, give him a pet. Is that what we're doing? We're just, like, rub some warmth back into Omega's frame? I feel like there are better solutions to this, like the fire, like, I want to say, 10 yards from. Hold on, this is sweet. Alpha, you are to remain in close proximity, close enough to envelop me in your feathers. You are permitted to carry me on your back if you so choose. He wants to be piggyback rided. Aw. Actually, now that I think about it, he just wants to cuddle Alpha. Like, I get it, symbolism and all. Did anybody, like, have the idea to, you know, clean the blood off the flag? Like, that has to be a biohazard at some point, right? I like how Growing Way's #1 worry is that Alpha has more fluff than him. You know, if you told someone still in Stormblood doing the Omega raids that at some point we would ride a fluffy dog on Moon after going to talk with Moon Bunnies, to talk to an ancient on the back of a dog, golden-haired dog on the Moon, I'm just saying, it's an interesting starting and end point. So there I was, getting attacked by a giant shark monster. And then out of the sky dove Venar. Not gonna lie, kind of envied her Dragoon abilities there. You know what? Omega brings up a great point in that we are so, well, in story, they're so thankful to Venar for what she did. But in the same breath, if Hermes didn't do what he did, the ancients would have suffered the same fate as all the other civilizations out there. It's interesting to think about. And what of Emmett Silk himself, judging by your retelling? He was a benevolent ally saddled with tragic fate. Yet I remember the years when my instruments fed me data from events across the entire star. During that time I witnessed his Ascians engineer multiple instances of cataclysmic strife. These calamities, as you know them, were responsible for planet-wide destruction. A man whose endgame relied upon the extinction of all modern mortals must, by definition, be your worst enemy. You'd think that, wouldn't you? He was one of our greatest friends in the end. I require an answer. As a being of heart and soul, how do you classify each of these pivotal figures? From your perspective, which of them was most justified in their actions? All of them, really. It takes all of them. Oh god, none of them were. Screw it, just to have everybody go, like, into oblivion. You know what? Maybe Medion was right all along. They're all justified in their own way. Oh god. I mean, they were. They were all justified in their own way. Even Hermes to some degree, because, like, what Omega said there. That's not an answer. I want a singular answer. Make a choice, you indecisive prick. I think I understand. You seek a definitive answer, yet based on our experiences, Indosha and I might develop very different opinions. In the same fashion, you are free to form your own thoughts in this matter. Do not be so swift to consider them without merit. I can't get over the dangling bits. I do not have my own thoughts on the matter. I assess each situation with the same logic pathways available to every Omicron. Even if 1,000 Omicrons were asked to analyze the same event, they would all return the same result, regardless of individual experience. There is no strength to be found in fractured reasoning. Nonetheless, I find your input valuable. Recording data alongside interview results, I must break away from the hive mind. Think for myself. Develop my own key parameters. This concludes my investigation into the incomplete elements of the final day's report. I will reanalyze the accumulated information and examine the factors which led to Sir's incomprehensible decision. Let's return to Thumazan. Good old Alpha. Dude, new album art cover. Walk this way! I mistakenly classified your intangible heart as an ability of some kind. I realize now it is just an organ that pumps blood throughout the body. Really should have figured that one out sooner. An uncanny power that Omicrons could neither learn nor even measure. Technically they had hearts before, but, you know, before they went all, you know, Terminator on everybody. Even now, its full nature yet eludes my comprehension. Based upon our investigations, however, I have decided to alter my definition. Like I said, it's a muscle. A phenomenon which influences one's interpretation of reality. That is as close to an answer as I have found. Not a bad one. Accordingly, Sir's actions upon meeting Medion strongly indicate the presence of a heart. Sir did not follow routine logic, but formulated an independent assessment based upon the reality it perceived. It felt that the best recourse for the Omicrons was to cease their expansion and terminate all functions. I'm just a-dangling. I'm just dangling. Keep dangling. The stars at night are dull and dim. Down in the heart of Shalian. It's time you told us it was in that transmission from the flight log. Please let it be like nothing, like someone's grocery list. Acknowledge, I will uphold the terms of our agreement. The recording salvage from the Ragnarok was a simple one. It was help. The message is so basic, in fact, that the time spent listening to it may result in a net loss of value. Shall I continue? Now you're just teasing. Tell us the message already. It says, I'm coming. Oh my god, they're playing the song. Acknowledge. Converting dialect coding to local language. It means I'm coming for you, you jabronis. Imagine if it was just a song. To whomever receives this message out there in the vast reaches of the cosmos. To someone, I hope, who looks up at the stars with the same wistful gaze as mine. To you I say, forge ahead. May all our tomorrows be blessed with joy. So says I, Sephiroth. What a nice message. I had to go all the way to the moon for that, though. You could, like, emailed that to me, Omega. I'm just saying. Well, we get the song, so I don't mind. Now we all stare at the sky again. Good old Alpha. You stay you. Keep living your truth, Alpha. That's a screenshot. It's also probably the thumbnail. This message had no designated recipient. It lacks purpose. It was someone's dying words, wasn't it? The concept of joy is overly abstract. The vocal supplication to manifest said joy is unrealistic in its optimism. Sounds like a WoW player. Yet, based upon their expressions, my assessment of the transmission's value conflicts with its apparent impact. Oh, the timing with the song. And still, I fail to understand you, sir. Your heart still confuses me. We could probably go ask him. I'm pretty sure Walkthroughs still there. I'm just saying. Was termination of everything the correct course? How did you arrive at this conclusion? It defies all my attempts at reasoning. But I was designed to evolve. If I continue to learn, the probability that I eventually comprehend the phenomenon is greater than 0. Bye, Biggs. Bye, Wedge. I hope you find your dad. So I will put the dilemma of your decision aside for now. Until the next quest installment. Dude, it just dawned on me that this is a side quest. This is really good for a side quest. And continue my existence upon this distant star. As I dwell among these many life forms, so will I continue to piece together one piece together the complete shape of their mortal hearts. Dang, they zoom it. Bye. All of a sudden just falls up the sky. I must document their progress. That was sweet. I love the fact we had Omega now, and that it's actually Omega in the toy. Thank God. It was bothering me so much that it was just Alpha and a toy. I wanted it to be Alpha and Omega so much, and it is now. Thank you. I don't care if it's a retcon or if it was designed that way initially. I'm fine with it. I'm happy with it. I'm glad we got it to be the way it is.